Legumes such as beans and lentils are some of the very best foods for a person suffering from diabetes. They are one of the best substitutes for meat. When prepared right, they have no cholesterol and no fat, and will help with weight loss and normalizing blood pressure. They are also pound for pound cheaper than meat in 3 different ways. First of all, they cost less than $1 a pound in the store. Second, half a cup of dry beans will make over 1 cup of cooked beans. Third, they reduce the need for drugs and doctor visits. I have a friend that used to be diabetic. He was mostly vegetarian, as he called himself, eating occasional fish sandwiches about once a week. My husband and I taught him how to eat a vegan whole food diet with plenty of beans and lentils, and not only is he no longer diabetic, but he lost about 60 pounds and eats all the food he wants. Our friend Jim loves being able to eat all the food and not have to leave the table going hungry and still be able to lose all the weight he wants. He's now down to a normal weight, a healthy weight, and he loves it. Here is one of the fastest and easiest methods for cooking dried pinto beans. This can be worked into most any busy schedule, and they make a great lunch to take to work. If you want to do this for a lunch, then begin this first step that I'm going to show you here in the evening, just before you retire. Now, first of all, I'm going to be cooking 2 cups of beans. So here's my beans. And we want to just put them in our pan. And I've got 8 cups of water. So if you're doing 1 cup, you'll want about 4 cups. And we're going to let this sit for about 8 hours, and I'll come back and I'll show you the next step. For those of you that are wondering, I did pre-sort the beans to make sure there is nothing other than beans in there. So just in case you're wondering. Now I'll see you in a few hours. Now it has been 7 hours since I began soaking the beans. If you soak them overnight, then before you begin your morning routine, you simply add some salt, about a teaspoon per cup of beans, dry beans. Secure the lid on the pressure cooker. This, by the way, is the pressure cooker. You can get these at places like Target. A lot of department stores carry them, and they cost maybe about $30, $40, but they're a good investment. So you secure the lid on your pressure cooker, turn the stove on to medium-high until the pressure cooker is pressurized. So I'm going to add my salt. Now I had 2 cups of dry beans, so I'm going to have, when I'm done cooking, I'm going to have about 4 cups worth of beans. And I still have plenty of water, so I don't need to add any. And this pressure cooker has a little thing here. You slide it to close it. And when it's fully pressurized on the stove, this little yellow button will pop up so that I'll know that it's fully pressurized. So we turn the stove on. And it'll take about 10 minutes for it to get fully pressurized. And when that happens, you put it on medium setting and then leave it for about 30 to 35 minutes. While the beans are cooking, if you are making this for a lunch, this is a good time for you to start preheating your thermos. Take a little water, put it on the stove, heat it really good and hot, and then pour it into your thermos and let that heat up while your beans cook. Now the beans are done cooking, so we can turn the fire off. And one of the best ways I know of to cool it down so that you can quickly open the lid is to put it under cool running water That just takes a couple of minutes. And here's our pot of beans, all ready to eat. It only took half an hour of cooking time.